People, welcome back to the channel. Only since it's come up in recent videos and stuff, I'm going to do a little, I've done it before, but I'll do it again because it's an old video, but how to use nasal snuff. Now this bottle here is as old as dirt. When I bought it, it was probably 50 or more years old. I bought it mainly for a novelty. I used to do a lot of nasal snuff back for years. Yeah, I love nasal snuff. And people always do it wrong, from what I see on YouTube. You don't snort it like cocaine. You don't do rails of it. You do little pinches. I have this little spoon I got from a Chinese lettering kit. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a thing. But I keep this in the bottle. It's my snuff spoon because it gives you kind of the perfect amount. So all you want is a little wee bit, and this is going to make two little bumps, right? You just kind of... Now, this little portion of your thumb here is called your snuff box. That's what it's actually, people call it. Because that's where you put your snuff. When you do it, you don't snort it. You just sniff it lightly. And the scent will... like the nicotine gets absorbed through your nasal cavities and blah, blah. It's kind of gross, but it's actually the safest way to use tobacco. So yeah, so all you do is just take a little, like light little sniff, like that. And you know what? This snuff might be old as dirt, but it still is great. It still smells lemony, smells delicious. Nasal snuff was my way to go for years. As I said before, I used McChrystal's mostly. I used medicated number 99. I can't remember who made that. And I used to use a lot of the Ozona products. Like they'd made a raspberry menthol. They made a really nice spearmint. That was my second favorite snuff, the Ozona spearmint. And then there's a bunch of other, this is so long, I just can't remember their names, but, yeah, some beautiful kinds. Like I had a really rich peppermint kind once. I had a licorice one once. I had, lots of the kinds you would get would be in little disposable, like little pocket things, just little, I don't know how much they were. They weighed, they were just little wee things. And it was like for a night out kind of thing, right? They call them smash boxes. And yeah, I used to get, most of them were mentholated. The ones that weren't were called SP, and they were just straight tobacco. I wasn't a big fan of just the straight tobacco ones. I liked the menthol. But I didn't like a too strong menthol. McChrystal's also made, like they had their original, which was just a nice light menthol. And then they had a menthol snuff, which was like snorting ice cubes up your nose. It was painful, and it wasn't a pleasant experience to me. But yeah, so, how it feels like you just get, it just smells nice, man. It smells nice. You're not going to get a killer buzz off it. You're not going to, especially old snuff like I got. But it does smell really nice, and that's what snuff is built to do. One thing that you will find with snuff, whereas when you use chewing tobacco or dip products, you got to spit all the time. But with snuff, you got to blow your nose all the time. So I always have a hanky, And that's it. And, just repeat. Like, I would just sit, when I was drinking, I would just sit with my snuff can open and just be drinking and snuffing, drinking, snuffing, It's a really nice, pleasant way to use tobacco. If it was available to me the way it used to be, that's probably what I would use rather than dip, just because I was a big fan of it. I love dip, though, so I probably use both. But and yeah, like I said, like if you have like nice scented snuff and you roll your own cigarettes, you can sprinkle a little bit in the cigarette and it'll make the cigarette taste of snuff. I don't smoke anymore. I smoked for years back when I was a teenager up until I was 24. And so from when I was 11 until I was 24, I pretty much smoked a pack a day. Believe it or not, I used to smoke a pack a day of Export A non-filters when I was like 12 years old. Back when cigarettes were like $2 a pack. You could buy them with a mother's note, you know? Yeah. Or, you know, and then when I quit drinking in 2001, I allowed myself to start smoking for 6 months. And I put a cutoff limit on it. And during that time, I pretty much smoked Salem's, the really strong Americans. They're kind of like a Winston with menthol in it. And I'd often pop the filters off them and just have. I love filterless cigarettes, man. When I smoked, I will never smoke another cigarette again. I think the smoking habit is quite disgusting. But when you can do it on your own terms, or do, you know, like it was fun making my own cigarettes. That's for sure. But anyhow, that's nasal snuff. You know, if you can get it, I suggest trying it at least once, just because you should try everything once. It's not like you're going to get hooked the first time you try it. You probably just, you know, I've given snuff to people to try, and they've either been revolted and horrified on the mentholation of it, or they absolutely love it. It's a blessing and a pleasure given to us through the magical plants that grow on this earth. So, yeah, nasal snuff, right on. Okay, I'll be back later. I got some stuff to do, but I'll be back. Have a good day. Continue having a good day. We're all going to continue to have a good day together. All right. Stay free and be well.